Hi, physics students. We're going to talk about the assignments that are due for the second week. This will be the week of September 5th. We're looking at Chapter 2. To find it in your class, you're going to see that it's labeled Week of September 5th, Chapter 2, Math Skills. So the first thing that you're going to see when you get to the chapter is what I want you to learn in this chapter. You should read through these 7 things. These are the things you need to learn before you take your test on Chapter 2. If you want a copy of just the textbook Chapter 2 only, you can click on this link. It'll just give you the Chapter 2 information. From the textbook, you can read pages 18 to 20, pages 22 to 25, and pages 26 to 30 to get information out of the book pertaining to the sections that you're going to be tested on at the end of the chapter. So the first lesson is on distance and length. This is in Edpuzzle again, so there's a short video to watch, followed by some questions to answer. Then I have an introduction to the metric system by our friend Bill Nye the Science Guy, also in Edpuzzle. So you guys all had no problem with that last chapter. Basically, you have to watch the video and answer the question. I want to make a note. In lesson 1, it's only 8 minutes and 15 seconds of video, followed by some questions. And then the second video is 1 minute and 36 seconds, followed by some questions at the end. So that's the first kind of section 1. The second section is on converting metric prefixes. For this one, there's a video to watch from YouTube, not in Edpuzzle, so there's no questions at the end. This is just for your information on how to convert metric prefixes. And then in order to sort of make sure you understand how to do that, I have this assignment 2.1. This is a Google Doc. When you click on it, you'll see it looks like exactly like this. You might find that you're not able to edit this document. That's because I've created it as view only. In order for you to make your own copy of this, you just go right up here to this file, click on make a copy, and it will allow you to make a copy. It automatically will name it copy of assignment 2.1. What I would suggest that you do is that you put assignment 2.1 and then maybe put your name here. And then you can copy that. You know, that will just be in your own Google Drive. Once it's in your own Google Drive, then you have the ability to go ahead and type in the answers into these spaces. And then when you go to turn it in to me, I'll have all the answers that you have for yourself. If we go back to the assignments page, so we have assignment 2.1. Then I have another video explaining how to convert just any units from one thing to another. So the difference between these, this is just converting metric units. In converting metric units, usually you're going to do something like multiply by 100, multiply by 1,000, divide by 100, divide by 1,000. So that's just practicing metric unit conversion. The second one is converting, maybe if you have something like feet to meters, or maybe you have something like miles to kilometers. So these units are more going from like English to metric or metric to English units. So that's assignment number 2. Again, not in Edpuzzle. So in order for me to test and see that you know how to do that, we do assignment 2.2, also a Google Doc. Same thing, you want to make a copy of it. The next lesson is on time and the idea of accuracy and precision. That value, the time part will be tested in a lab that we do, and actually that lab is going to be next week on Monday, so it's going to be on September 12th. This is the one assignment that is due actually September 12th rather than September 11th. All the other assignments are due on Sunday, September 11th. Then lesson 2.3 is on mass and the introduction to scientific notation. I have 2 videos for you to watch. First one is me talking about the idea of mass and weight, followed by an introduction to the scientific notation. And then this Khan Academy video will give you some scientific notation examples, how to do scientific notation. And again, those are both YouTube videos, so really the way that I'm going to know that you understand this is by doing this Google Doc assignment 2.3. Now in assignment 2.3, there are 3 main sections to answer. You're going to answer the questions in, let me go back up to the top here. Here's the assignment 2.3. You'll see section 1 is really just telling you how to do it. There's nothing really to answer. It just shows you how to use scientific notation. When is it useful? Same thing in section 2. It's telling you why scientific notation is useful, how you can easily go in multiplication. You just basically add the exponents together. In division, you just subtract the exponents. So it kind of shows you how scientific notation can be easy. And then in section 3, kind of gives you some information how to do it. Here's where you're answering. Basically, what I want you to do, take these numbers, put them into scientific notation. So you could just type your answer in here in scientific notation. Part 4, you're taking these numbers and you're putting them into standard notation. So this number should look, something like one of these. So that's section 3 and section 4. Section 5, again, this is just telling you how you can do scientific notation with a calculator. Every calculator is different, so if you have trouble with your particular calculator, let me know and I can show you how you can use your calculator to convert. On the test, you can use a calculator, but you can't use your smartphone. So if you're going to use your smartphone to use your calculator on your homework assignment, that's fine, but you probably want to get a real calculator and practice using that for use on the test. Section 6 is where you have to actually do some multiplication using scientific notation. So first one is 2.34 times 10 to the third multiplied by the number 6. Second one, you're taking a quantity in scientific notation 2.34 times 10 to the third, and you're multiplying it by 1.1 times 10 to the fourth. So again, you have two quantities that are multiplied together that are in scientific notation. So we're just making sure that you are able to use your calculator to get the correct answer in scientific notation. So you can see this assignment has, looks like about 25 or 26 questions on it for you to answer regarding scientific notation. So overall, just kind of quickly run through the whole thing again. You've got lesson 2.1 on distance and length. You've got the introduction to the metric system, so that's going to be 2 different assignments. Then you've got a video to watch, followed by an assignment to do. Video to watch, assignment to do. Video to watch. Then we have a lab, but that's due next week, not this week. Then you have 2 videos to watch with an assignment to do at the end. That's going to be the whole chapter of assignments. When you're done with all of that, you can take the chapter 2 exam. There's no password on this thing, and it does not need to be proctored. This will be one of the few tests that we have where you're not sitting in front of me to take the test. So this will be one that you can just take on your own at home, and when your score comes up, that'll be it. That's the end of the chapter. And next week, we will get into chapter 3, and we will actually start doing some more physics. This is more math.